we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout as we saw when I was running. I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. When you have a choice that is this clear, on one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for them. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
This is one of the most disgusting lectures I've ever seen in politics. Attacking the character of your own voters just because they don't vote based on skin color, then telling them they should vote for someone just because they look like you. This is racist, but this is what the left has become. Insulting voters and making accusations instead of creating better policies. They never cared about the voters, and this proves it. The left is so entitled that they can't even fathom losing the black vote, and it pisses them off.
That message was so pointed, in addition to him making it very clear Kamala Harris is not doing what she needs to do with this core Democratic constituency.
That's right. Although he is asking her, let's be clear, to go over a very high hurdle. Barack Obama got historic levels of black voter registration and turnout and support, and he did it twice. It was almost inevitable that it was going to swing more toward the long-term average of a handful of black voters.
Can I interrupt you for just a moment, just to show you something here? Because we went back, looked at 2020 exit polls. Biden got 92% of the black vote. Right now, according to Quinnipiac, this is in Pennsylvania, according to Quinnipiac, Harris is at 78.
Biden is not on, well, he was Barack Obama's running mate.
Right.
Certainly some spillover there. But you cannot ask of every black candidate in the post-Obama era, you've got to come up with 92% of the black vote every time. That is just not a reasonable assumption.
I find it very interesting that we're trying to reach out to white men. We're trying to reach out to black men. The people whose rights are really on the ballot right now are women. And we're begging all these men to pay attention to us and to care enough about this election, to vote, to come out, to support us. I feel like Barack going on the campaign trail right now makes perfect sense. Of course, right? He's a top surrogate for Democrats. He should be out there doing the work right now. I think it's so amazing to me that with women's rights on the line, we're spending so much time focusing on making sure men care.
The topic is Barack Obama speaking to black male voters, and the white liberal woman had to make it about herself. Typical. And you should want men voting for your candidate. They make up 50% of the vote.
They need to appeal to the needs of the voters. And so when I was a delegate for President Obama in both of his elections in Ohio, right now the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President Trump to take Ohio, as he did twice, but to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem, too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? For him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women. And as a politician, we should be trying to get all voters to vote. This is wrong for President Obama. It is a wrong course for the Harris-Waltz campaign to lay at the feet of black men when they have their reasons.
Nina is absolutely right. It should be about all voters and which candidate has the best policies. Instead, Obama decided to attack black voters and accuse them of being sexist if they don't vote for Harris. What Obama is missing here is we just had 4 years of Biden and Harris. Things aren't going to be any different, and most citizens were worse off than they were under Trump. Under the current administration, we've had insane inflation, an open border, higher crime. These issues affect voters of all races, and if the Democrats had a better candidate, they would win. But they know they don't. Now they've gone completely desperate and are trying to make Kamala Harris a victim so they can guilt people into voting for her. How pathetic is that? Your candidate is so bad and unpopular that you need to make voters feel bad in order to vote for her.
That's not acceptable.